What does life mean to you? There is a game named I Am Setsuna. It stars a girl and your main character. You are an assassin, paid by someone you do not know, in order to hunt down this girl and take her life. When you run into her, she pleads with you, but not for the reason you may think. You see, in the world of I Am Setsuna, there are monsters. Monsters that are ravaging the world. And in order to stop those monsters, there is a ritual that happens. And in said ritual, a girl from a village must sacrifice herself in order to be able to hold back evil. Setsuna, the girl that you have come to kill, is that girl that needs to be sacrificed. This game allows you to look through something that I never really get to see in other games. And what it asks is the simple question that I am asking. Is that what does life mean to you? You coming to kill Setsuna sets things back a little bit. Understandably, if she were to die by you, the sacrifice would not be complete, and the world would be left in chaos. So she pleads with you and asks you a favor. Instead of killing her right here and now, escort her to where the sacrifice needs to be held out. And when we get there, and when she is killed, it is somewhat of a dark win-win situation for the both of you. Setsuna gets sacrificed, therefore saving the world, and also putting money in your pocket. You may understand or even predict where this story goes. Eventually you'll be meeting even more party members that learn to love and cherish Setsuna and understand her harrowing journey, and understand how unfortunate it is that somebody so kind as Setsuna needs to be sacrificed to save the world in such a cruel place. I think the game even wants to solidify how kind she is by even making her the resident party healer. She even is able to do other support actions. She is kind and will always try to see the good in people no matter what, and sees the endless potential in all of the party members, including you. There are a lot of dialogue options for you, and though not very deep, they do end up causing characters to look at you a little differently. Mechanic-wise, nothing really happens, but the more and more that you focus on the narrative, and the more and more that you look at these characters, the more and more you start to care about their opinions. Not only do they have a mission to carry out in helping Setsuna reach her destination, as much as they don't want to, they also have feelings and personalities of their own, and what life means to them. In one of the later chapters, spoilers by the way, a young boy has been traveling with you for quite some time. You do not know where he is from, and you do not know what he is capable of. He has not been an actual party member with you for quite some time. It is revealed later on that when you go to his home village, he is part of a race of people whose magic can kill them at a quite the young age. The more powerful the magic, the younger the individual dies. Over the course of the game, before we reached his village, he got to know Setsuna and why she was on her journey. And this impacted the boy so much that he decided to unlock his stowed away and kept secret powers to shorten his lifespan in order to help Setsuna complete her journey. He can't be any younger than 15, But he was so impacted by Setsuna's bravery and Setsuna's journey that he was willing to cut his lifespan short in order to see it through, because he was the only one that was able to wield the power that he holds. So he felt responsible for doing so. There are other instances where the characters will sacrifice something or put their worries or anger aside in order to be able to help Setsuna in her goal. But it never really is about Setsuna. It's about them. It's about them coping with the things that they have done in their lives that made them so miserable, to make them upset, to redeem themselves for something that they feel responsible for. They see hope in Setsuna. They see redemption in Setsuna. They see a girl willing to sacrifice everything that she has ever had in order to save them. And they have done nothing but wallow in sorrow for their own misdeeds. So they step up. If you can't already tell, this game is heavily focused on narrative. Gameplay is quite simple, but that's not what this video is about. This video is mainly about not only how this game tells a unique perspective on a subject that not a whole lot of games like to really talk about in detail, but how also this game affects you and how it affects me. You see, I actually have not beaten I Am Setsuna. I plan to very shortly and very soon, but recently I had something very tragic happen to me. Something that caused me to shift my perspective on how I view life. Before this happened to me, I was playing I Am Setsuna and felt like I couldn't really relate to anything that was happening on the screen. I felt like I had a very decent grasp on what I knew what life was about and what life's meaning really was, until my daughter passed away. That really set into perspective on how easy it is for life to be taken away. So when I played I Am Setsuna again, after her sudden passing, it made me begin to realize that life isn't always so cut and dry. It's definitely not guaranteed. It's hard to put into words. And I fumble to talk about this all of the time. But this game has also taught me that cherishing life and the moments that you have with the individuals that are around you are going to be some of the most important things that you could ever do with another individual. Because that is the part of them that is going to live with you forever. I know Setsuna will die at the end of this game. I know it is destined to happen. But what I do know as well is that every moment spent with Setsuna will be cherished by every individual that she touched on the way to sacrifice herself to save the world. Because it wasn't about her being alive that was important. It's about what she did while she was alive that was. Please play this game. It is extremely important not only to me, but I'm sure others who have experienced loss and need some type of way to cope with it. I'm not saying it's the cure, and I'm not saying that it definitely replaces therapy by any means, but I feel like it shows an important message that a lot of people would benefit from. Thank you for watching.